on. And yeah, I've been a longtime supporter of Rebel Radio because you know what? You are one true lover of music. Beyond the fact that you're in a band and the Suffering's been doing stuff and you've been in other bands, all that. But to do what you've been doing for the sheer love of music, exposing music to people in Chicago, I got to give you my sincerest applause, dude. It's awesome, man. 31 years, it's incredible.
That's crazy for anything, right? I mean, just even for a band being together for 31 years.
It's almost impossible to do anything anymore. You know, nobody has attention spans, and the fact that you've been doing it for 31 years and exposing local bands and national bands to people that would have never heard before, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, but going back to Billy Morrison, it was about a year ago. You texted me. I never sleep, so you said it's possible we can get Billy on. And for those people that don't know, Billy Morrison has been around for a long time. He's
Ozzy's best friend.
One of the guitar players in Billy Idol's band.
Yep.
Best friends with Ozzy Osbourne. And we at TLG ZOID were fortunate enough to sign Billy, release his album called The Morrison Project, and then his deluxe album. But, you know, we signed him. He goes, hey, I got a couple songs, you know, you got to hear these songs. So we started listening, and one of them happened to be a song with Ozzy Osbourne, Crack Cocaine, which went to #1 on Media Base and #2 on Billboard.
That's awesome.
Radio, which is amazing, right? Since we're a startup indie label. But,
startup label going to #1.
Darkness singing on a song, you know, makes it a little easier.
That's awesome. Your startup label, TLG, and your ZOID, you guys joined forces together. You get distributed by Virgin, right?
Yeah, we get distributed by Virgin. We actually, ZOID Entertainment's been around, you know this guy, it's been around for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Managing Aftermath, we managed Soil at one point,
Yep.
Stripping the Pistol, all that
Yep.
stuff in Chicago. And then when Aftermath decided to come back in 2019 and release a record called There Is Something Wrong, their second record after 25 years, I partnered with Denny Sanders, who's the TLG and the TLG ZOID part, for distribution and some stuff. And at that time, we released the Aftermath record, and we just became really cool with each other. And we said, you know what, man, we want to create a label, because Denny is the label group and does a bunch of different genres. We want to create a label that when people hear the name of the label, they know it's hard rock and metal, right?
Cool.
It really is metal, you know. So we're like, let's do this, man. Let's see if we can create the right label where people instantly know what genre it is. You know, kind of like, you know, back in the day, Sub Pop was, you knew what it was, or even on the rap stuff. So we kept on talking about it. By 2024, we were really serious about it, and we were fortunate enough to get Billy Morrison's record, who, you know, not only is Ozzy on it, man, Steve Vai's on that record.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
one of the greatest guitar players of all time. The fact that I was responsible for this part putting out a record with Steve Vai, who's an idol of mine.
Super cool guy, too.
Is incredible. And then you got Corey Taylor, and then you got Linda Perry, and you have all these amazing musicians on it.
Wide variety.
It's just great, dude. It was